Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh to my beloved lecturer, Sir Tunku Nashril bin Tunku Abaidah. Today, my group will representing on how Tun Hussein Onn contribute himself on the issue of drug trade and rukun tetangga. But first of all, let me introduce myself. My name is NURR AINA AQHILAH binti ANUAR, and I will explaining to you about the introduction of Tun Hussein Onn. Tun Hussein bin Dato' Onn was the third Prime Minister of Malaysia to serve from 1976 to 1981. He was seen as a very sincere man in the struggle to achieve racial unity and had a reputation for cracking down on anyone who tried to stir up racial unrest in the country. Due to his effort in fostering unity among the Malaysian community, Tun Hussein Onn has been remembered as the father of unity and in Malay term known as Bapa Perpaduan. Furthermore, Tun Hussein Onn also contributed in fighting for rukun tetangga in Malaysia and also tried to solve the problem of drug trade. Tun Hussein Onn was a man who dared to take a risk in solving a problem.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is NORSHAHFIQAH binti IDRUS, and I will continue with the next part, which is the concept of rukun tetangga. The initial establishment of the neighborhood scheme of or rukun tetangga is for the safety of residents in certain areas that were created as a sector following the events that threatened national unity in compiling it. The concept of rukun tetangga subsequently underwent a pace of change in line with the current socio-economic circulation of the country as follows. In 1975, the concept is about security only, and in 1984, it changed to the concept of neighborhood, which is to enhance the spirit of neighborhood and local unity. And 2001, it changed again towards the community development. It will focus in more holistic aspect. And in year 2010, it changed again to Rukun Tetangga Transformation Model. It was the implementation of programs and activities is based on 5 pillars, namely unity, economy, security, education, and quality of life.
Hi, my name is Nur binti KHAISUL MAHDI. So I'll continue with my part, which is who and why it was made. Rukun Tetangga is one of the programs that designed to keep a neighborhood their well-being in check. This is also a step that gives the people control over who live in their neighborhood. Rukun Tetangga was introduced in 1975 as part of Yang Amat Bahagia Tun Hussein bin Dato' Onn's contributions. He placed a high value on the concept of neighborliness at the time and continues until today. In addition, these schemes also makes an approach with the community to ensure the unity and harmony of relationship in the community long-lasting. Next, the purpose of this activity is allow neighborhoods sitting around the same area to interact with each other. Furthermore, they also can help each other when they face the problem together. Due to this, they will be able to further strengthen the relationship between leaders, people who have different background, custom and culture.
Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Mohanieza and I'm from KM 2283D. And I will be your presenter for the functions of Rukun Tetangga. The first functions of Rukun Tetangga is collect information, monitor and investigate all issues related to conflicts in the community and thereafter communicate information, observation and investigation before sending it to the director. This function was created to help the Department of National Unity and National Integration to get the legitimacy of problem in society. For example, the problem of theft that often occurs in society. The second function is to be a mediator in the community for the purpose of reconciliation or resolving any dispute among members of the community. It aims to help to convey the problem faced by the community to the Department of National Unity and National Integration.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is ADRIANA binti Muhammad SUZAIRI. I will proceed with the third function of Rukun Tetangga, which is carry out any activities to enhance and strengthen the spirit of neighborhood, unity, goodwill and so on among members of the community. This means that Rukun Tetangga plays an important role in creating and maintaining harmony and unity in society. This is important to ensure that the spirit of belonging in society is always maintained. And the last function of Rukun Tetangga is take necessary or required measures to enable residents to protect themselves from any criminal or catastrophic activity. This is where the Rukun Tetangga Committee takes precautionary measures in keeping the residents safe from crimes such as burglary, kidnapping, and so on.
Assalamualaikum. My name is IZATTIE binti SHAFIEE and I'm going to explain about the activity of Rukun Tetangga. The activity aims to foster the spirit of unity among the multiracial Malaysian community. Among the activity that been carried out are visiting neighbor, which is it can foster the unity among ethnic groups. Besides that, through this activity, it also we get to know our neighbor better, and at least this practice can be carried out on the weekends or on the festive days. Okay, for the second activity is give a help to our neighbor. Among the spirit of good neighborliness that when a neighbor needs a help, we are willing to sacrifice our self-interest to give a help to our neighbor. This can further strengthen the relationship between neighbors as well as the spirit of unity, and it is also one of the most effective measures to maintain the spirit of neighborliness. As an example of give a help, such as we as a neighbor give a help to our neighbor when she or he doing the feast. The third activity is get to know the neighbor. It means it is a starting point in establishing a close and friendly relationship. This activity can be done by exchanging views and sharing experience in the neighborhood, especially when knowing the neighbors who have problems or difficulties. And the effect it is provide a solution to the community in terms of well-being and a happy life. The last activity is joint activity, which is one of the components in fostering social cohesion in society. It also refers to the community do something together. The example of joint activity are gotong royong, sport activity, feast, and so on. In addition, through this activity, it also can unite the community in Malaysia.
We move on to the next part, which is what is the drug trades. So basically, drug trades is referring to the effect of drugs that could harm and cause so many diseases for those who use drugs. The drug trades also not limited to the individual who consume drugs, but also can harm others' life and security. This is because drugs are chemicals that alter a person's mental or physical condition and cause unconscious in terms of behavior and so on. They can have an impact on how your brain operates, how you feel and behave, your comprehension and your sense. As a result, they are unpredictable and dangerous, especially for young individuals.
Now we move to the next, which is who and why drug trades. Drug trades was started by Tun Hussein Onn in his premiership. He created this fight because drug can give a big impact towards the country and society. As we can see, when the individual started to take drugs, he started to lose his stability in thinking that can cause a problem towards anyone. Therefore, fight against drug trades was created because the purpose is to avoid the society to be drug addict, and by this it will make the community to be free from drugs.
So let's continue with the impact drug on trade on individual, family, community and country. So on individual, it impact on mental health. Society and environment refuse to give chances and opportunity to work, excessive drug intake and having an overdose addictions. Impact on mental health is for drug person is they can alone unconsciously and imaginary. So society and environment, they will refuse to give the drug person chances to work. It's very because they think that the drug person is very dangerous. It's not good, right? So for family is hurting financial family, hurt relationship with family and criminal issues and crime. For hurt relationship with family, it will lead to the abuse people in the family. It also can hurting financial family because they always keep us about they want money to buy the drugs, and when one of the person in the family didn't want to give the money, they will lead to the criminal issues and crime. Thank you.
There are various impacts of drug trade in life. When we see from the community aspect, the drug trades will be reduced quality of life. This is because the drug trades will cause a person to be in his own world. Therefore, this will cause relationship in community to be bad, which means having a bad relationship with surrounding, so that people living in the community will live in disharmony, and problem like this should be avoided. Apart from that, when we see from the country aspect, the impact of drug trade is loss of productivity. If the loss in productivity, the economy in our country will also decline and was in a bad situation. For example, other country will not take the risk to invest in our country, which is Malaysia. This is because Malaysia is known as a country that have a drug trade. Indirectly, our country will have a bad views from other country. And that's all from me. Thank you.
Move on to the next slide, which is how government solve the problem of drug threats. As we can see in the slide, government solved the problem of drug threats by establishing Malaysian Drug Prevention Association (Pemadam), or in Malay, Persatuan Mencegah Dadah Malaysia. Pemadam was launched on 22 March 1976 by Tun Hussein Onn, which the Prime Minister of Malaysia at that time. Tun Hussein Onn is aware of the dangers and impact of drugs, and he continues Tun Razak Hussein's agenda to ensure that Malaysians are always protected from the threat of drugs. Next, the establishment of Pemadam is registered under the Department of Registration of Societies Malaysia. Last but not least, Pemadam is a voluntary organisation and was established with the support of the people, so all efforts are implemented in the interest of the people.
We can conclude that Tun Hussein Onn has given many contributions, which is until today it has benefit to the community in Malaysia. In addition, the establishment of Rukun Tetangga, it can unite the multiracial community in our country and also can foster the spirit of unity. Apart from that, the establishment of Pemadam also helped to solve the problem of drug trades in Malaysia. If these two organizations are not established, it will have a negative impact on Malaysians, such as widespread of drug addiction and a divided society. That's all from our group. Thank you.